Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Speak Up. I'm Ryan, and I'm thrilled to have you join us today as we dive into a topic that truly matters in our daily lives: how to stay calm and positive in life. We all know how overwhelming things can get sometimes, whether it's work stress, personal challenges, or just the chaos of day-to-day life. Staying calm and keeping a positive mindset can feel like a monumental task. But here's the good news. There are strategies that can help, and that's exactly what we'll be exploring today. By the end of this episode, we want you to feel equipped with tools to handle life's challenges with grace and optimism.
Hi everyone, I'm Priya, and I couldn't agree more with Ryan. Staying calm and positive isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It has far-reaching effects on our mental health, our relationships, and even our productivity. Think about it. When we're calm, we make better decisions. When we're positive, we not only feel happier, but also influence those around us in the best ways. Today, we'll take you through practical techniques for staying calm in tense situations, strategies to maintain a positive outlook even when life gets tough, and we'll share real-life scenarios to help you apply these strategies effectively. By the end of this episode, you'll walk away with actionable insights to improve your everyday life.
Absolutely, Priya. And just to give you a quick rundown of what's ahead, we'll start by discussing what it actually means to stay calm and positive, because understanding these concepts is the first step. Then, we'll dive into why they're so important, not just for your own peace of mind, but also for the people around you. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty, specific techniques you can use, and the habits you can build to make calmness and positivity a natural part of your life.
That's right. And one thing we promise is to keep this discussion focused and practical. No fluff, just straightforward strategies that work. So whether you're someone who feels overwhelmed often or you just want to bring a little more positivity into your life, this episode is for you. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive in.
All right, now that we've set the stage, let's dive into our first segment: understanding what it really means to stay calm and positive. Let's start with calmness. At its core, being calm is about maintaining a sense of control over your emotions, even when faced with challenging or stressful situations. It's not about suppressing your feelings or ignoring what's happening around you. Instead, it's about staying composed and non-reactive so that you can respond to situations thoughtfully rather than impulsively. For example, think about being stuck in traffic. A calm person might take a deep breath and remind themselves, "This is beyond my control," instead of honking or getting frustrated. It's a skill, really, something you can develop over time with practice.
Exactly, Ryan. And what I love about calmness is that it often creates a ripple effect. When you remain composed, you influence the people around you to do the same. But now, let's switch gears and talk about positivity. A positive mindset isn't just about being cheerful or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about optimism, choosing to see opportunities and challenges and reframing negativity into something constructive. For instance, instead of thinking, "I failed at this," you might say, "This didn't work out, but I learned something valuable." However, it's important to note that positivity doesn't mean ignoring reality or being overly idealistic. Unrealistic positivity can actually lead to disappointment. True positivity is grounded in a balance between hope and practicality.
That's such an important distinction, Priya. Positivity isn't about blind optimism. It's about perspective. And here's where calmness and positivity connect. When you're calm, your mind isn't clouded by impulsive reactions or overwhelming emotions. This clarity allows you to adopt a more positive outlook. For example, imagine facing a tough deadline at work. If you're calm, you can break the task into manageable steps instead of panicking. This calm approach fosters positivity because you're focusing on what you can do rather than getting bogged down by stress. It's like a feedback loop. The calmer you are, the easier it is to stay positive, and the more positive you are, the easier it becomes to remain calm.
Absolutely. And this feedback loop is so powerful in daily life. Think about a situation where someone criticizes you harshly. If you react impulsively, you might feel defensive or hurt, which can escalate the situation. But if you stay calm, you can take a moment to process their words and maybe even respond with curiosity instead of anger. This calmness allows you to reframe the criticism as constructive feedback, which is a more positive way to handle it. So, in essence, calmness is like the foundation, and positivity is the structure you build on top of it. Together, they create a resilient mindset that helps you navigate life's ups and downs.
Exactly, Priya. And this combination isn't just theoretical, it's something you can experience in your own life. In the next segment, we'll explore why calmness and positivity are so important, not just for your mental and emotional well-being, but also for your relationships and overall productivity. But before we move on, here's something to think about. How often do you catch yourself reacting impulsively or focusing on the negative? Awareness is the first step, and as we move forward, we'll give you the tools to take control of these moments and turn them into opportunities for growth. Now that we've explored what calmness and positivity mean, let's discuss why they're so important. First, let's talk about the benefits of staying calm. One of the biggest advantages is a significant reduction in stress and anxiety. When you're calm, your body and mind shift out of the fight or flight mode, which is your stress response, and into a state of relaxation. This lowers the production of stress hormones like cortisol, which over time can improve your overall health. Think about it. When you're calm, you sleep better, your blood pressure stabilizes, and you even experience fewer headaches or tension-related physical symptoms.
That's so true, Ryan. And calmness doesn't just benefit your physical health, it also helps you make better decisions. When we're stressed, we often act on impulse or let our emotions take control. For example, imagine being in an argument. If you're calm, you can pause. Consider the other person's perspective and respond thoughtfully instead of saying something you might regret later. This ability to think clearly under pressure is a huge advantage in both personal and professional settings. So, staying calm not only reduces stress, but also makes you more effective in solving problems and communicating.
Exactly, Priya. Now, let's shift to the importance of positivity. A positive mindset plays a crucial role in building emotional resilience, which is your ability to bounce back from setbacks. Life is full of challenges, but when you approach them with optimism, you're more likely to find solutions and less likely to feel defeated. For instance, if you face a failure, a positive person might think, "This is just one step in the journey. I'll do better next time." This attitude helps you move forward instead of getting stuck in negativity.
And let's not forget how positivity strengthens relationships. When you're positive, you're more approachable and supportive, which naturally attracts people to you. This can lead to deeper connections and increased happiness. A positive mindset also helps you appreciate the good in others instead of focusing on their flaws. Think about it. When was the last time someone's positivity brightened your day? That's the power it has. Not just for you, but for everyone around you.
Such a great point, Priya. And there's science to back this up. Research in psychology and neuroscience shows that our mindset directly impacts our brain chemistry. When you're positive, your brain releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These not only improve your mood, but also boost your immune system and even your ability to focus. On the other hand, chronic negativity can lead to higher stress levels, weakened immunity, and an increased risk of depression. Essentially, your mindset influences not just how you feel, but also how your body functions.
Yes, and studies also show that practicing calmness and positivity can rewire your brain over time. This concept is called neuroplasticity, which means your brain has the ability to adapt and form new neural pathways. For example, if you consistently practice gratitude, a key aspect of positivity, you'll train your brain to focus on the good things in life instead of fixating on the negative. Similarly, mindfulness and breathing exercises, which promote calmness, can reduce the activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain that triggers stress responses.
Fascinating, isn't it? So when we talk about staying calm and positive, We're not just talking about abstract ideas. We're talking about real, measurable changes that can transform your mental, emotional, and physical health. And remember, these benefits compound over time. The more you practice calmness and positivity, the stronger and more resilient you become. In our next segment, we'll discuss practical techniques to achieve this state of calm and positivity. But before we move on, here's a thought. What's one area in your life where staying calm and positive could make a big difference? Reflect on that as we continue. In this segment, we're diving deep into practical techniques to help you stay calm in everyday life. Let's begin with something incredibly simple, but profoundly effective: breathing exercises. Controlled breathing has been scientifically proven to calm your nervous system and reduce stress almost instantly. One of my favorites is box breathing. It's a 4-step process. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds, and then pause for 4 seconds before starting again. It's called box breathing because the pattern forms a square in your mind. What I love about this technique is how versatile it is. You can use it anytime, whether you're stuck in traffic, preparing for a presentation, or even calming yourself before bed.
That's such a practical tip, Ryan. And I think a lot of people underestimate how powerful breathing can be. Adding to that, I'd like to introduce mindfulness. Mindfulness is about bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. It's not about trying to control your thoughts, but simply observing them and letting them pass. A great way to practice mindfulness is by focusing on your senses. For example, you can do a simple exercise wherever you are. Identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This practice pulls your attention away from stressors and anchors you in the present moment.
Mindfulness is a game changer, Priya. And speaking of staying grounded, let's talk about timeout strategies. Taking a timeout doesn't mean avoiding problems. It means creating space to process emotions before responding. For instance, if you feel overwhelmed by an argument or a tense situation, step away for a moment. You could go for a short walk, drink a glass of water, or even just take a few deep breaths in another room. These small actions help prevent impulsive reactions and give you clarity. And don't forget the role of your environment. If you're in a chaotic or noisy setting, it can amplify your stress. Creating a calm environment, a clean desk, soft lighting, or even a comforting scent can make a huge difference in helping you reset.
Exactly, Ryan. Environment plays such a crucial role, but so does the connection between our body and mind. Physical activity is one of the best ways to calm your mind because it helps release endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. It doesn't have to be a rigorous workout. Even a 10-minute walk can work wonders. Yoga is particularly effective because it combines movement with controlled breathing, which we just talked about. For example, poses like child's pose or downward dog are not only great stretches but also promote relaxation. The beauty of yoga is that it's accessible to everyone. You don't need fancy equipment or a lot of time.
Yoga is such a powerful practice, Priya. Another technique that combines physical and mental relaxation is progressive muscle relaxation. It's a step-by-step process where you tense and then slowly release each muscle group in your body, starting from your toes and working your way up to your head. This method helps release physical tension while signaling your brain to relax. Let's say you're lying in bed at night and your mind is racing. Start by tensing your toes for a few seconds, then releasing. Move to your calves, thighs, stomach, and so on. By the time you finish, your body feels lighter and your mind is calmer.
And that leads perfectly into another essential factor: sleep. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's when your body repairs itself and your mind processes emotions. When you're sleep deprived, even small stressors can feel overwhelming. To ensure quality sleep, establish a bedtime routine. This could include dimming the lights, avoiding screens for an hour before bed, and doing a calming activity like reading or meditating. Also, keep your sleep environment comfortable. Invest in a good mattress and block out any disruptive noise or light. A well-rested mind is naturally calmer and better equipped to handle challenges.
Absolutely, Priya. And what's great is that all these techniques, breathing, mindfulness, timeouts, exercise, progressive muscle relaxation, and quality sleep, are interconnected. For example, regular exercise improves sleep quality, mindfulness helps you recognize when you need a timeout, and breathing exercises can be the first step to grounding yourself before practicing progressive relaxation. These small habits build on each other to create a state of calm that feels natural and sustainable.
Exactly, Ryan. And for those listening, don't feel like you need to master all of these at once. Start small. Maybe try a simple breathing exercise when you wake up or do a 5-minute mindfulness practice during your lunch break. Gradually, you'll find what works best for you and integrate these techniques into your routine. Consistency is key. It's better to practice one habit regularly than to try everything sporadically. Over time, these small steps lead to significant changes in how you handle stress and stay calm.
That's a great point, Priya. Calmness isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Even practicing just one of these techniques consistently can make a noticeable difference in your life. Before we wrap up this segment, think about which of these strategies you'd like to try first. Now that we've covered staying calm, let's shift to maintaining a positive mindset. Positivity doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. It's about learning to shift your perspective and focus on opportunities rather than obstacles. One of the most effective ways to do this is by reframing negative thoughts. Often we experience what psychologists call cognitive distortions, like catastrophizing, where we assume the worst-case scenario, or personalizing, where we blame ourselves for things outside our control. For example, let's say you didn't get a promotion. Instead of thinking, "I'm a failure," you can reframe it to, "This wasn't my time, but I can learn from this and improve." Replacing these negative thoughts with constructive ones takes practice, but it's incredibly rewarding.
That's such an important point, Ryan. A practical way to start reframing negative thoughts is to challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought based on facts or assumptions? What's another way to interpret this situation? For instance, if a friend doesn't reply to your text, instead of assuming they're upset with you, consider that they might just be busy. It's also helpful to replace the negative thought with a positive one that's grounded in reality. For example, instead of saying, "I always mess things up," you can tell yourself, "I've made mistakes, but I'm learning and improving." This process of challenging and replacing thoughts trains your brain to look for the good, even in tough situations.
Exactly, Priya. Another powerful tool for positivity is practicing gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing in your life to what you already have. One way to do this is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. These don't have to be big. Something as simple as enjoying a good cup of coffee or receiving a kind word from a colleague can make the list. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to notice and appreciate the positives in your life. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience greater happiness and lower stress levels.
I love gratitude journaling, Ryan. And it's not just about writing. It's about truly feeling grateful in the moment. You can also practice gratitude throughout the day. For example, when you see a beautiful sunset, take a moment to appreciate it. Or when someone does something kind, let them know how much it means to you. Gratitude helps you stay present and grounded, which naturally fosters positivity. And while gratitude is a great individual practice, surrounding yourself with positivity in your environment is just as important.
Absolutely, Priya. The people and content we engage with play a massive role in shaping our mindset. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, those who encourage you to be your best self. At the same time, limit your exposure to negativity, whether it's toxic relationships or constant doom scrolling on social media. For example, if you notice certain accounts or news outlets always leave you feeling drained, it's okay to unfollow or set boundaries. Fill that space with positive influences, like motivational books, podcasts, or supportive friends. Remember, Positivity is contagious, so the more you're around it, the more it spreads to you and others.
That's so true, Ryan. And speaking of spreading positivity, daily affirmations are another great strategy. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce a constructive mindset. For example, saying, "I am capable of handling any challenge that comes my way," helps build confidence and resilience. The key is to phrase affirmations in the present tense and truly believe in them. It's not about wishful thinking, but about reminding yourself of your strengths and potential. You can say these affirmations aloud in front of a mirror or write them down as part of your morning routine.
I love affirmations, Priya. And to take it a step further, you can pair them with visualization. Visualization is a mental practice where you imagine yourself achieving your goals or living the life you desire. For example, if you're preparing for a big presentation, close your eyes and picture yourself speaking confidently, the audience engaged and nodding along. Visualization not only boosts confidence, but also helps you align your actions with your aspirations. Athletes use this technique to enhance their performance, and it's just as effective for everyday goals.
Exactly, Ryan. The combination of affirmations and visualization is incredibly powerful. Together, they help you focus on what you want to achieve and reinforce the belief that it's possible. And remember, positivity is a habit. It takes consistent effort, but the more you practice reframing negative thoughts, expressing gratitude, surrounding yourself with uplifting influences, and using affirmations and visualization, the more natural it becomes. These strategies aren't just about feeling good in the moment. They help you build a mindset that supports long-term happiness and resilience.
That's right, Priya. Positivity is like a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. And it's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what you can control, appreciating what you have, and believing in your ability to overcome difficulties. Before we move on to our next segment, take a moment to think about which of these strategies resonates with you the most. Is it gratitude, affirmations, surrounding yourself with positivity? Whichever it is, commit to trying it today and see the impact it has on your mindset. Now that we've talked about building positivity, let's discuss how to manage challenges and stay resilient in tough times. Life is full of unexpected setbacks, whether it's losing a job, facing a health issue, or dealing with a personal conflict. The key is learning how to remain calm in these situations. One technique I find incredibly helpful is to focus on what you can control. For example, if you miss an important deadline, instead of spiraling into panic, ask yourself, what can I do right now to address this? Breaking the situation into manageable steps not only keeps you calm, but also helps you take productive action.
That's such a practical approach, Ryan. And I'd add that it's important to view setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. When something doesn't go as planned, it's natural to feel frustrated or disappointed. But instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? For instance, if you didn't get a promotion, maybe it's a chance to identify skills you can improve or explore other opportunities that might be a better fit. Failure isn't the end. It's a stepping stone. Some of the most successful people in the world faced countless failures before achieving their goals.
Exactly, Priya. Resilience is all about bouncing back stronger after adversity. But how do you build resilience? One effective strategy is to cultivate a growth mindset, the belief that challenges and setbacks are opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. For example, if you've faced a financial setback, a resilient mindset might look like exploring new ways to budget or find income rather than feeling defeated. Another important factor is to maintain a long-term perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Often, the answer helps put things into perspective and reduces immediate stress.
Such a great point, Ryan. And let's not forget the role of patience and self-compassion in building resilience. When we face challenges, it's easy to be hard on ourselves, thinking, I should have done better, or why did this happen to me? But self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a friend. Instead of criticizing yourself, try saying, it's okay to feel this way. I'm doing the best I can and I'll get through this. Resilience doesn't mean bouncing back immediately. It's about giving yourself the time and space to heal and move forward at your own pace.
Absolutely, Priya. Patience is often overlooked, but it's such an important part of resilience. Sometimes, the best way to deal with a setback is simply to take a step back, give yourself time, and let things unfold naturally. For example, if you've experienced a breakup, you might not feel positive or calm right away, and that's okay. Healing takes time, and patience helps you navigate that process without forcing yourself to rush. During these moments, small acts of self-care like taking a walk, reading a book, or connecting with a friend can make a big difference.
And speaking of connections, let me share a real-life example of someone who showed incredible calmness and resilience during tough times. Think about Malala Yousafzai, who faced unimaginable challenges but continued to advocate for education and equality with unwavering positivity. Despite being attacked, she remained calm, focused, and resilient, using her experience to inspire millions around the world. Her story reminds us that even in the face of extreme adversity, we have the power to turn challenges into opportunities to make a difference.
That's such an inspiring example, Priya. Another story that comes to mind is Thomas Edison. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine the resilience it took to keep going after so many setbacks while inventing the light bulb. His ability to reframe failure as part of the process is a testament to how a resilient mindset can lead to incredible achievements. These stories remind us that setbacks don't define us. It's how we respond to them that matters most.
Exactly, Ryan. And resilience doesn't always have to involve big, world-changing challenges. It can be about staying positive during everyday struggles, like balancing work and family life, or dealing with unexpected expenses. The strategies we've discussed, remaining calm, learning from setbacks, cultivating patience and self-compassion, are tools that anyone can use, no matter the scale of the challenge. And remember, resilience isn't about never feeling upset or stressed. It's about bouncing back and finding your strength again, even when things feel overwhelming.
Well said, Priya. So, to recap, staying resilient during challenges involves staying calm, reframing failures as learning opportunities, practicing patience, and treating yourself with compassion. And let's not forget the power of real-life examples. They show us that no matter how tough things get, there's always a way forward. As we move into our final segment, we'll tie everything together and discuss how to integrate calmness, positivity, and resilience into your daily life. For now, think about a recent challenge you faced. How might these strategies have helped you approach it differently? Reflection is a great first step in building resilience. We've covered a lot about calmness, positivity, and resilience. But now let's talk about something even more important: how to incorporate these practices into your daily life. Let's start with routines. A good day begins and ends with mindful habits that set the tone for your mood and mindset. In the morning, try starting with a simple, calming practice like stretching or deep breathing. For example, spend just 5 minutes focusing on your breath or doing light stretches to wake up your body. Pair this with a positive affirmation, such as, "Today, I will approach challenges with confidence and calm." This small habit can make a big difference in setting a positive tone for your day.
Absolutely, Ryan. And a positive morning routine can be as simple or detailed as you want. Some people like to journal in the morning, jotting down their intentions for the day or 3 things they're grateful for. It's a great way to align your thoughts with positivity before diving into your responsibilities. On the flip side, evening routines are just as important. They're about winding down and preparing your mind and body for restful sleep. This could mean setting aside time to reflect on the day. Ask yourself, what went well today? And what could I improve on tomorrow? This reflection helps you end the day on a positive note and gives you a sense of closure.
That's such a good point, Priya. A key part of building these routines is consistency over intensity. You don't need to spend an hour meditating or journaling every day. What matters is doing it regularly, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes. Think about habits like brushing your teeth. You don't skip it because it's part of your routine, and it's the same with practices that support calmness and positivity. Small, regular habits compound over time, creating a foundation for resilience and emotional well-being. For instance, even a 2-minute breathing exercise or writing one positive thought in a journal each day can have a profound impact over weeks and months.
Exactly, Ryan. And what's great about starting small is that it removes the pressure to be perfect. If you miss a day or two, it's okay. You can always get back on track. Another helpful tip is to tie new habits to existing ones. For example, you can pair a gratitude practice with your morning coffee or do a quick reflection exercise right before brushing your teeth at night. This kind of habit stacking makes it easier to stay consistent because it becomes part of your routine instead of something extra you have to remember.
That's a smart strategy, Priya. Another important aspect is doing regular check-ins with yourself. Life gets busy, and it's easy to lose track of your emotional state or progress. Set aside time, maybe once a week, to ask yourself a few simple questions. How am I feeling emotionally and physically? Have I been practicing the habits that support calmness and positivity? And what's one thing I can do to improve next week? These reflections help you identify what's working and where you might need to adjust.
Exactly. And during these check-ins, it's important to celebrate your wins, no matter how small they seem. Did you manage to stay calm during a tough meeting? Did you stick to your journaling routine 3 times this week? Recognizing these accomplishments reinforces your commitment and motivates you to keep going. And if you notice areas where you've slipped, approach them with self-compassion. Instead of thinking, "I failed at this," try saying, "This didn't go as planned, but I can try again tomorrow." Reflection isn't about judging yourself. It's about learning and growing.
Well said, Priya. And let's not forget that these practices aren't just for tough times. They're for every day. Calmness and positivity aren't just reactions to stress. They're proactive tools to enhance your overall quality of life. By incorporating these practices into your daily routines, staying consistent, and checking in with yourself, you create a life that feels balanced and fulfilling. Think of these habits as investments in your well-being. They may take a little time and effort, but the returns are invaluable.
Exactly, Ryan. And for those listening, remember that the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Start with one small habit, build from there, and give yourself grace along the way. Whether it's a morning breathing exercise, a nightly gratitude journal, or a weekly self-reflection, each step you take brings you closer to a calmer, more positive life. As we wrap up this episode, take a moment to think about one habit you'd like to start incorporating today. Small changes lead to big transformations.
That's such a great way to close, Priya. And just to recap for everyone, we've discussed the importance of morning and evening routines, the power of consistency, and the value of regular self-reflection. These tips are simple, but when practiced consistently, they can transform the way you approach life. All right, as we wrap up, let's quickly recap what we've covered today. We talked about practical techniques for staying calm, like breathing exercises, mindfulness, and building a supportive environment. We also explored strategies for maintaining positivity, including gratitude, reframing negative thoughts, and using affirmations and visualization. These tools are simple but powerful when practiced consistently.
Exactly, Ryan. And the key takeaway is to start small. Focus on 1 or 2 habits and build from there. Staying calm and positive isn't about perfection. It's about making steady progress and showing yourself patience and compassion, even during difficult times. Remember, each small step you take adds up to big changes over time.
We want to encourage you to start implementing these strategies today, no matter how small the step. Maybe it's a deep breath when you feel stressed, or jotting down one thing you're grateful for. Share your experiences with us in the Speak Up community. We'd love to hear how these tips are helping you.
Yes, and remember, life will always have its challenges, but with the right mindset and tools, you can face them with calm and positivity. Thanks for spending your time with us today. We hope you feel inspired and ready to take action. Until then, take care and keep practicing those small habits for a calmer, more positive life. Goodbye.